shit.
Understand the concept of love. Understand the concept of love. Understand the concept of love.
Folks, it's Wednesday. We are FrameLoss.
What's up, everybody? Wednesday, 8 p.m. You know what time it is?
Your favorite video game talk show on the internet. Probably the only good one there is, realistically.
Number one on Twitch.
Number one.
On Wednesdays at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Nobody can match us.
Guys, we're here to talk video games. We cover everything from consoles to PC to reviews to news of the week. We got everything for you.
If it's related to a video game, we will tell you about it.
Yep, and we also play videos in our pre-show that are not appropriate for video games.
They're not, yeah. It's true.
So, I'm 2 inches. Anyway. With me, as always, is From CJ.
What's up, guys?
Tonight's show is sponsored by Kool-Aid Liquid.
Oh, yeah!
In a Poland Springs bottle. So that's
for when you want to drink Kool-Aid, but you only have Poland Springs bottles.
Yep, that's our sponsor for tonight. Let's start this off the way we always start the show off with what have you been playing since the last show?
This week I don't think I've been playing too. I actually have to think about it, which is a little weird for me. I've been playing a lot of NBA 2K. I got that.
Oh yeah, you did get that.
2K15. It's pretty good. It's fun. It has issues, as do all sports games, but it's not awful. I've also been playing Shadows of Mordor. I played a little bit of MLB still again. And I've been going super hard at the WWE Supercard mobile game on my iPad.
Yeah, that is
I've been going crazy hard on that. Okay. My Bray Wyatt is the eater of worlds. He's so good. What have you been playing?
I've been playing Alien Isolation and Forza and...
Oh, that's right. I played Forza and Driveclub also.
Yep, I also played Driveclub.
And
I almost forgot about that. And I played WoW last night.
I forgot to mention all the games that we're talking about.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I've been playing. The most I've been playing is probably Alien Isolation. This week I kind of went pretty soft on gaming. Like, I didn't do a lot.
Well, you streamed Alien Isolation, right?
Yeah, I streamed a couple nights of it.
Our viewers had a chance to see it live before the review.
Yep. Well, the review is not tonight.
No,
we have a sneak peek of the game, but we don't have a review.
No, not yet.
That's pretty much all I played. A good amount of Alien Isolation.
You're pretty much done with Forza, right?
No. So, I'm getting a new Xbox. We won't talk about that really in detail. But my Xbox doesn't connect to the DNS server.
You shouldn't explain it. You shouldn't explain it.
Well, I'm just going to... It's too late now. My Xbox doesn't connect to a DNS server, so I'm...
That's like saying my car doesn't have gas. It's a very fixable problem.
No, it actually isn't. I've actually Googled how to fix it, and I've done all the steps, and it never fixes it.
Oh, man.
And so it's under warranty, so I'm returning it, and I'm getting a new one. So I have to wipe all my stuff, so I let a friend borrow Forza for the time being. So right now I'm done with it, but I will return to it once I get my new Xbox on the 28th. Which, surprise, is Sunset
October,
Overdrive.
Right?
Yes, of October.
Sweet. So I'll be taking over Xbox One duties in the meantime. I'll be picking one up as soon as possible, sometime in the next week. I'll be streaming, giving tips, tricks.
Hopefully my new Xbox will allow me to stream. Mine let you stream, but not me, which is weird.
Yeah, it's true. It's damn true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's been a year coming, so. But anyway, releases of the week. We got jam-packed. There's so many things this week.
There are things. I'll give you that.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot. There's a veritable list of things. First up, probably the biggest thing is PlayStation TVs coming out this week.
How is that the biggest?
Because I said so.
That's the most expensive.
Yeah, biggest. Yeah, same thing. That is the add-on or I guess it's not an add-on, but it lets you play Vita games on your TV as well as do like streaming and Netflix and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. It's like $100, right?
Yeah.
It's basically like a Roku that plays Vita games for you. Also, if you don't have something like that yet, and you want to play Vita games on your TV, can't hurt. As for actual games that came out this week, first up, Duck Dynasty came out on every system. I'm not even gonna list them. Every single system has a copy of Duck Dynasty. Do not buy it.
I really want to get it. Just
no.
I watched someone streaming it, and I was just like, I want to play this.
Maybe we will play it so you guys don't have to, but you guys should not buy it. As for real games that are coming out this week, The Evil Within dropped. It's on PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and the Xbox One. Also, Borderlands, the pre-sequel, came out on every PC, Windows, Mac, Linux, SteamOS, PS3, Xbox 360, Vita. No PS4, no Xbox One for that. So that's last gen.
Yep.
Also, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures 2 came out this week. That's a sequel to the hit game Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. That's going to be on the PC, the 3DS, the Wii U, the Xbox 360, and the PS3.
I've been clamoring for a Pac-Man Ghostly Adventures game.
Sleeping Dogs, the definitive edition, drops. That's on the PC, the PS4, and the Xbox One. That'll have the base copy of Sleeping Dogs as well as every DLC that they released for it for $50.
No,
right?
I think so. Yeah, it is 50. I'm disappointed about this one because I feel like if this came out at any other time, I would be right on top of this. I loved Sleeping Dogs. I got it on the PC and I played it to completion like within a weekend.
Yep.
Like I just went crazy hard on that game. If there weren't so many new titles that I haven't played coming out right now, I would be all over this game. I just feel like it's a really bad time for a master edition of a game to come out.
I'm excited about it because I got about 3/4 of the way through the first Sleeping Dogs, and then I just had to move on to other stuff. So I will definitely be getting this in 4 or 5 months when it'll be like.
Oh yeah, no. I'm definitely gonna get it like forever from now.
Yeah. But so it'll be even cheaper when I get it, and I get to play all the stuff I never played. So I'm all in on this thing.
Yep.
Also, Assetto Corsa had like a surprise release today out of nowhere. The 1.0.0 release candidate came out on Steam. If you guys don't know about it, Assetto Corsa is a super hyper realistic driving simulator.
Okay, I know what it is now.
Yeah, it's as probably the most detailed driving simulator I've ever played in my life. It's super hard. I'm really not good at it, which is, correct because I've never even driven one of those cars. So, and I'm using a controller as opposed to a wheel. But if you're really into driving sims, you should check out Assetto Corsa. I highly recommend it. I'll probably have a review at some point. I don't want to overload us with racing and car games and stuff, but I'll maybe put something up.
Yeah, there are a lot right now.
I'll maybe put something up on the secret website thing. Maybe if that's existing in time.
You just dropped the secret website thing.
No, I didn't really say what it is. I just said it's a secret website thing.
Okay, then maybe I just spoiled it.
Yeah, you might have. Also, finally, Minecraft on the PlayStation Vita. It is free if you own a PS3 version of it. I do not know about the PS4. I would assume it's free if you own the PS4.
I would assume.
I don't know.
So here's what owning the PS3 version means. You had the PS3 version at one time. You still have trophy data from it. You technically own the game, so now it's free for you on the Vita.
Yeah, at no point do you have to prove that you still own it.
Yeah, because disc-based users can still get it. So I'm going to download that on the Vita because it looks interesting. People have been saying that the Vita version is actually really good.
It's just Minecraft. I don't understand.
I think it's just the way it controls. Like, it just feels good on the Vita. I don't know. I'm going to try it. We were talking about car games, and this isn't on the show notes, but I wanted to point out that The Crew actually got pushed back.
Oh, damn.
It was November 11th. Now it's December 15th? Something. Maybe.
15th?
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it's the 15th. It did get pushed back into December, so The Crew has been pushed back.
That's good. When I played it, it was still a little buggy. I was kind of worried about it coming out so soon.
In the beta that I played, I was ready for it.
Well, I played it in the one before you, but I can't imagine that they fixed that much stuff. So maybe I'm just a better QA tester. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll have to. I don't know.
So that's all the releases. A lot of ho-hum, but there are some good ones in there, like Duck Dynasty. Let's move on to news of the week. And we're going to start this off with a trailer of a game that debuted today and I'm really excited to talk about it. Should we play the trailer first, or like give them a little?
Let's play the trailer first.
Okay, we'll play the trailer first, and then we'll go over what the game actually is. So here is Rebel Galaxy.
Torea alun rosso kila, sastud skuma, lagura dusta, giganto asoma kolla, krasto shofrei. Zo shaimus koreisha entozus, odaya akreno selanguile, an rento, an colissa. Un catro mai vosunda vilco a un radish. Engo tras tu volon skelso, changit un raskin. Condame sur, alvo ganashei? Vola sunaba!
That is Rebel Galaxy. That was your first time seeing the trailer.
Yeah.
What? Just before I explain anything, what do you think of it? Like, just from what you saw.
I'll play it for a month. That's
Okay.
my reaction to it,
Okay.
which is not bad. I don't mean that in a bad way or anything.
So to give just a quick sum up, because there wasn't a whole lot of news on it, this is from former Diablo 2 and Torchlight developers. It's an exploration swashbuckling space adventure heading to Steam, PlayStation 4, and maybe Xbox One. That's in, like, quote, maybe Xbox One.
Well, so it's for Xbox One. It either comes out on Xbox One or doesn't.
Right.
Like, they don't get to come out later or anything, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's in their rules. They have to come out at the same time. Which
they have
is
to come out at the
one
same
of the
time.
dumbest rules I've ever heard of. So, as a commander of an immensely powerful Star Destroyer in the Lawless Rift, players will fight pirates, explore anomalies, form alliances with aliens, scavenge wreckage, mine asteroids, and discover artifacts. Players can choose to become a mix of roguish do-gooders, crafty space traders, or power-hungry privateers. Commanders can advance onto better craft. Players can advance on to better craft and earned credits, as well as upgrading the ship's weapon and defenses. So,
This sounds to me like Mass Effect meets like Diablo, like that kind of scavenge for loot game.
yeah, I mean, I'll play it. Like, I'll try it. It looks cool. I like the attitude of it. Like, I really
Yeah.
like the trailer because it's got a lot of attitude in it.
I'm into big space battles like that. Not necessarily giant like epic space battles, but like space battles with big ships are pretty cool as well as little ones. And I don't think big ships get enough representation
Yeah.
in space video games.
Yeah.
Stuff like Battlestar Galactica, how you just kind of would sit there and launch a million missiles. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
think that's
interested.
cool. It'll be
Depending
fun.
on its price point, I'm definitely interested in it.
yeah,
We need a good space game, so and Star Citizen will never come out ever, so
that was going to be my next point. Was I'm not going to get a space game until Star Citizen in the year 2156. So
yeah. So that's something to look forward to. I thought it looked cool. That came out today.
yeah.
Well, it didn't come out today. The trailer debuted today. Moving on, Movember is coming up. It's going to be close upon us, where everyone doesn't shave and they be manly.
I don't know when it changed from No Shave November to Movember, but I don't like it
I don't know.
because it encourages mustache growth and like not beard growth, as opposed to No Shave November was like everything. So, I mean, that's just a personal preference.
Okay. Well, that's coming up. And PlayStation is doing something fun. Let's show the image on screen. Clap. PlayStation is... See, I think this is in UK only, because the article is all... It only talks about the UK market. But PlayStation is coming out with stickers to put on your controller light bar to give you a mustache light bar. So your controller looks all dignified and fancy.
I say.
I think it's neat. I don't know if I'd want to put a sticker on my light bar.
Yeah, if it doesn't come off, then
yeah, I don't know how sticky it's going to be. Like if it's just like one of those like window clings that like comes off and is
that's
really
what I
easy
assume.
to peel, then that's fine. But if it's
I don't
like
know.
stuck on there, that's weird. But
that smacks of like it's cool to look at, but I mean that like they're giving them away. So what, you like get them?
No. They're selling them.
Oh, you buy them
at select retailers.
Oh, great.
They have an artist that is also doing renditions of popular PlayStation characters in ways you've never seen before, i.e. with the mustache.
I like the idea of light bar clings, but only when you consider like it seems like an admission of defeat by PlayStation, because they were insistent that light bar was important to the games. That's why you can't turn it off in anything. They were like,
no, you can turn it off now.
Oh, so
I'm
they
pretty
dropped
sure.
that immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure you can turn it off. I know you can dim it a lot. Maybe you can't turn it off. I don't know. I think it's cool. The artist renditions, those might be neat, but it's just going to be like Sackboy with a mustache or
Crash with a mustache.
Yeah. There's also contests for if you get the light bar stickers, you can post them on like hashtag Movember Plus, I think it is, or Sony Movember. And they're doing giveaways on that, but I think it's only in the UK because that's the only information I can find on it. Which is all UK retailers.
Great, thanks a lot, Britain.
But look at it; it's adorable.
Stupid Britain.
Yeah.
So Payday has some big news. Payday the Heist is going to be free tomorrow. That is the original Payday. So Payday 2's Crime Fest reached its goal of 1.5 million members in the Payday 2 community hub. So because of that, everybody gets Payday 1 for free. So you got to go tomorrow, grab it on Steam, grab it. I think it's just on Steam, actually.
I think it's just on Steam, too, and it's only tomorrow from what I read.
Yeah, it's only tomorrow, so grab it tomorrow. It costs you nothing to just pick it and say you want it. It's free. Then you'll have it forever in case you ever want to play it. It's not an awful game. For $0, I would definitely play it. So
yeah.
Everyone owes it to themselves to at least like buy it and never use it.
Yep. In other news, Evolve, a game that we're all in the FrameLoss studios really excited for. The beta, they're doing a big beta, is what they're calling it, on Halloween weekend. Right now, there's not a lot of information as to what's going to be in the beta. I'm hoping for new monsters, since that wasn't in the last beta. You couldn't play as the Kraken, which I really wanted to try, since he was the only monster I haven't played yet. So
for Halloween, you can dress up as a software tester, is what you're telling me.
Yep.
It's a good costume.
Right now, you can go to their website and sign up to be involved in the beta. You can pick your console. They're going to open it for... I think Xbox One gets it first. And then PC and PS4 get it after. But on the website, you can pick which console you want to test it on. So go there now. We'll wait till the show's over. But go there and sign up for the Evolve beta. Because hopefully I get in again. This will be the third time I've been in it. But fingers crossed, because I want that game now.
Yeah, that game looks really fun. I'm really hyped for it. That's another game I'll play for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then drop. But
I was so confused when it got pushed back last time because the beta was so solid. Like, I didn't have any issues in that game.
They probably found a bunch of issues with the new monster because you said you didn't even play as it.
Maybe.
So
that's
got another trailer for everyone.
Yep, we got 2 trailers this week. We're going to show that one. So, Far Cry 4, it's getting closer to launch. They released a new trailer yesterday, I think. And I really like the song in it, so I decided that we should show it on the show because I get to pick what you guys watch. And
we are in control.
Yeah, we're in control. So here is Far Cry 4's new trailer.
Enjoy.
First, I was thinking I'll call you out by my side. Spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. I grew stronger. I learned how to get along.
Pre-order now for a free upgrade to the limited edition. Includes 3 extra story missions and a bonus in...
I don't care about the bonus stuff. That is Far Cry 4. I really like the song in that trailer.
So I think there's two big... Well, there's a big takeaway, and then I have an opinion. Big takeaway is that you can get an elephant to pull guys up and then shoot him in the face. That's probably the best use of next-gen tech so far.
What's your opinion?
Opinion. I don't see a lot of value in making environments as insanely detailed as they do in this game, because the environments are so gorgeous, the animals look amazing, everything looks perfect, and then you have characters that are like very clearly not as like well done as the backgrounds. Like I see the scene where the building exploded. It could have.
Yeah.
It could have just been real. And then they show the guy holding the money, and it's like that. It's very clearly a video game at that point. And it's like, so
yeah.
I just don't see a lot of value in putting that much effort into the environments.
Listen, I'm not gonna knock them for making beautiful environments. I thought 3 was fantastic.
No, I'm not trying to say they shouldn't do it. I'm just saying it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't get it.
You want both?
Yeah, I don't see the value in doing one and not the other.
Okay.
It's like making like a really, really good side dish and a shitty meal.
Well, I mean, the place exploding could have been a full motion video, and the holding the money, that could have been like in engine.
Yeah,
so,
you're not wrong.
So that could be the case, which that's always going to be different for most games. Yeah, Far Cry 1 was a good game. Far Cry 2 I hated with a passion. Far Cry 3 was amazing. Far Cry 4 looks like they're going in the same direction as amazing. I'm really excited for this game.
It looks really cool. I'm definitely gonna...
Yeah.
I am more inclined to play it now than I was before.
Of all the Ubisoft titles, this is the one that I think they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They've hit villain. Like, Vaz, I feel like was just a happy mistake at how good he was. And this new villain, I already forgot his name, but I don't think...
Darth Vader.
No. The new villain looks on the same level as Voss, so I'm really excited to get in this world and just learn about him more.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet. It's going to be a good game. I am not necessarily the first person to jump up first-person shooters, but it looks really good. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun. Big
Buddha Prime in the chat asked what the elephant and the tiger have to do with the game. The elephant is a rideable vehicle, and tigers like attack you and like.
Yeah, they're both in the game.
Yeah.
So.
Like wildlife was a big part of Far Cry 3, so
yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to be just as big, if not bigger, in 4.
Yeah, it'll be. Yeah, I hope so. Far Cry 3 was cool. I still haven't installed it on my computer yet. I've played it on console, but...
Did you beat it?
No, God, no. Absolutely.
Oh my God, that story is so good.
Yeah, I have to go back and do it. I'm not saying I don't. So big news this week in preparation for a month from now with Warlords of Draenor releasing. the 6.0.2 patch for World of Warcraft came out yesterday. This is the patch that prepares you for Warlords of Draenor. So because of that, every change that you're going to see in Warlords of Draenor went live yesterday.
Well, not every change.
Okay, well, I mean, there's no new raids, so you don't get to see the new raid levels.
Not all new character models are in the game yet.
We're still waiting on
Blood Elves.
Elves.
I think
right?
Blood Elves might be the only one.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so 95%. And you will get most of the new character models, too.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to run through some patch notes really quickly, just to give you guys an idea of exactly what they changed. I'm going to drop this link.
Before you start talking about it, while you're posting the link, this is the largest patch I think I've ever seen WoW drop that wasn't like an expansion or like a full like. Actually, this is probably bigger than when they like release like.
Oh yeah, this is
new
the biggest
raids.
one.
I don't think I've ever seen a patch this big in this game.
Yeah, this is huge. So what we talked about, new character models, those are obviously in. You get a new world event, which starts off the whole Warlords of Draenor setup. Iron Horde Incursion. You go down to the Blasted Lands. The Dark Portal is allowing new baddies through, and that kind of sets the stage for when you go through the new Dark Portal into old Outland.
Yeah.
It's a weird story. I'm not going to get into it.
They turned the portal red, so now it takes you back in time.
Yep. For those of you who have played World of Warcraft before, you may have used an add-on called OQ. The function of that was to create pre-mades very easily for people. World of Warcraft saw people liked it, and made their own system for it. It's way better than OQ in my opinion. OQ was not a great add-on, but I'm not going to get into that right now. It's not a debate we have to have. Other improvements, the quest log and quest tracking has been improved. You can now see the zones on the map where the quests happen. You get a nice little list when you're looking at the map of all your quests. You can toggle it so only the quests for the zone show up, or all quests. Again, it's stuff that add-ons were doing that Blizzard saw people liked, decided to implement into their...
Yeah, a lot of the changes were add-ons that they just implemented into the UI.
Yep.
Which I really like, because I like having to install less add-ons.
Yeah. I had to disable all my add-ons yesterday, obviously, because the patch was brand new, and I was really surprised at how little functionality I really lost. I lost my bars, I lost my fancy bags, but not too much else, which is cool.
See, I thought I was gonna hate the new bag system, but I already think it's better than any add-on I've ever downloaded. So,
I still don't like having 5 windows for 5 bags. That's my thing. I don't like having them all in separate windows.
Yeah, but now I can set what goes in each bag, so I don't even care.
I mean, that's cool, but I still don't like 5 windows. That's just I like having an inventory. So, hopefully, I don't ever see them changing that really, but that's definitely a thing I don't.
Yeah, like. I don't see them changing that.
So I'll run through a couple. Also the stat squish came through. Realistically, this changes nothing about the game. Some people went nuts for it because the numbers are smaller, and that means a lot to them. But really all it means is the visual numbers you see are smaller. Everything was decreased proportionally. You are still as strong as you were in relation to the bad guys. The bad guys still have the same power and hit points and stuff in relation to their old numbers. It's literally just replacing numbers.
I can't even imagine, like, the math and everything that was involved in, like, squishing everything.
I can. They just drop zeros. They were like, okay, take all these zeros off, done. Done, finished. No, but it was probably a huge process. I think there was a reason they were avoiding it for so long. Yeah. Good on them for doing it. They kind of had to be they didn't kind of have to be forced into doing it. Essentially, if you guys don't know, what happened was Garrosh's hit points originally in the Siege of Orgrimmar raid was too large. Yeah, he had too many hit points, and it broke the game because what happened was the amount of hit points he had was larger than the value of an unsigned 32-bit integer. I know that doesn't mean a lot to a lot of you, but essentially what it means in computer terms is the number was too big, so the computer didn't know it was a number anymore. So they had a choice between either going in, changing the way they fundamentally in the program process numbers, or going in and doing a stat squish. Stat squish,
way easier.
In addition to being something people wanted, way easier, frees up more development time. That's the way they went. It worked out really well. Seeing the numbers, I was pretty scared. I was like critting for 2K, and I was like, what's wrong? Am I is my gear broken? Like, what am I doing wrong? But yeah, it's just the stat.
See, I instantly saw it and it was just like, oh, I'm back in Burning Crusade. Like, this is where I want to be.
That's why I gotta say that. So character stats, Squish. In addition to that, agility, strength, and intellect have all kind of been balanced with each other. Hit and expertise gone. Added are bonus armor, multi-strike, versatility. Don't know a ton about how those work yet, but we will when the game comes out and we start getting items with them on it. In addition to that, each class now comes with a secondary stat. Obviously, rogues focus on agility and tanks focus on strength. In addition to that, every class has a secondary stat that they focus on. So, for example, feral druids focus on crit. They get an extra 5% to their crit, passive on top of everything.
Yep.
So each class has a different one. Some classes obviously share the same, but it's a nice little boost, and it kind of points you in the right direction of what you should be doing.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great thing for new players. Racials have been balanced. Crowd control spells have been diminished. And in addition, you don't need to do as much crowd control. So the need for crowd control overall has been dropped. So in response to that, less crowd control spells. A lot of spells.
I'm not a huge fan of that one.
I mean, you don't need them all. So
yeah, no, but I wish there was more. At least for raids and stuff like that, I wish there was more crowd control.
I think crowd control is a fake hard. It's a fake difficulty thing. It doesn't. We could spend another half hour talking about that stuff. So
yeah,
that can be our MMO special when World of Warcraft drops and we talk about it.
Okay.
Where was I? Okay. A lot of abilities have been either changed or removed. Some abilities have been merged. A lot of new talents. We've talked about all that stuff before. If you guys want to see more, check out Wowhead. That's what I use for most of my WoW info. If you need class guides or anything, Icy Veins has updated their class guides for the new patch. In addition to those things, 1 second. Where is it? Healing is the big change. Healing is less spiky now, which a lot of people don't like, but I think it's a good thing. Movement speed has an increase. The big ones are the ability ones. You're going to have to go in and learn your rotation all over again. Mine is all messed up, and I have to really practice it because now I'm hitting a button for an AoE attack when I don't want to be because I'm just used to the muscle memory of what my rotation was. So that's going to be an entire relearning experience, which is not, it's not a terrible thing. It really adds more playing time to the game, either artificially or genuinely. You can see all the changes for every class at that link that I put. It's huge, so I'm set aside an hour and a half for it.
Yeah, it's intense. If you don't like WoW and you're like, wow, these guys are really talking about WoW for a long time right now, we're not even...
Yeah, I covered 10% of this guide, maybe, if that.
Yeah.
So go check it out if you're into World of Warcraft. If you're not into World of Warcraft, probably don't check it out, but maybe check it out anyway.
Yeah, maybe that'll get you into World of Warcraft, being like, oh, I like Squish. Things that go Squish.
Doesn't hurt to try new things.
Yeah. Speaking of trying new things, Halo 2...
Here's an old thing.
Here's an old thing that's kind of new. Halo 2 Anniversary Collection, the 2 CD soundtrack is coming out. So... They've already announced they're really putting a lot of love into Halo 2. I'm just thinking about that.
They like Halo 2.
Halo 2 is the only Halo that I actually really enjoyed. Multiplayer-wise, and single-player-wise. But, that being said, Bungie is also recognizing that only I care about Halo 2, so they're putting a lot of work into Halo 2 specifically for me and my needs. The Halo 2 Anniversary Collection CD soundtrack, the whole score has been completely re-recorded with a San Francisco Symphony, a 40-person opera choir, and a 28-person boys choir.
That's insane.
Rescoring the whole thing is awesome. In addition to that, in-game, you'll be able to switch to the new re-recorded score, on the fly with the old score. So that's really awesome.
I think it says a lot, too, about the fact that they shelled out all this money and effort to rescore the game and are still like, yeah, but you don't have to listen to it.
Yeah. It's coming out on a 2 CD soundtrack that is available November 11th. I think that's the same day as the game. I wrote in the show notes that I wish there was a vinyl copy of it. good news. There is a vinyl copy coming out. No one has any information on when it's coming out. All anyone knows is that it's going to be very limited edition.
It's going to be shaped like Master Chief's head.
If you like the Halo 2 soundtrack and you want the vinyl copy, which I do, then you got to be checking news feeds. We'll try to keep you posted. But yeah, there is a vinyl copy coming. But
It's actually in the shape of Halo, the planet.
That's actually accurate. that took me a second. But yeah, I think the soundtrack's fantastic. From beginning to end, so I don't like Halo that much. Spoiler alerts. But I respect the audio design in the game, and I think that the music in all of the games are fantastic. So I'm really excited for this one, because this was the one that I really enjoyed. The only thing I wish they would bring back, since they're bringing all this other stuff back, is the ability for me to challenge Three Doors Down again for a second time, and
Dude, you never know.
sing the lyrics to Kryptonite as loud as possible.
You never know.
Because that's the thing I did for users listening. I did play Three Doors Down in Halo 2, and I won a $50 GameStop gift card while screaming all the lyrics to Kryptonite the entire match.
Teabagging them while you're, you could call me
One of my
man.
one of my greatest gaming moments of all time.
I am also not a huge Halo fan, but the sheer amount of effort and care they're putting into this, I'm gonna get it. Like,
Yeah.
I like Halo. I don't love it, but this is gonna be honestly a day one purchase for me, just because they're putting so much effort into it that it can't help but be good.
And there's so much
can't be
content for
bad.
$60.
Yeah, so that's 4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I don't like Halo,
it can't
but I'm
be
buying.
bad. Like, I'm not saying that as a fanboy or anything. I'm saying that literally from the perspective of the amount of work they put into it makes it impossible.
Here's some more shooter news that a lot of people are tired of hearing about. Green Man Gaming is not going to be selling Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
That's weird. That's a weird choice to me.
If you were planning on getting your Call of Duty and you only shop at greenmangaming.com, you are out of luck. You have to go somewhere else.
Gotta go somewhere else. Gotta go to a different digital retailer.
Yeah. In a tweet posted earlier today, they announced, "Hi, unfortunately we won't be selling Advanced Warfare on PC. Apologies for any inconvenience," and tweet. No explanation as to why they're not selling it. I doubt we'll get an explanation unless people start prying on them, which hopefully they do, because I'd like to know their reasoning.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But yeah, Green Man Gaming is not selling Call of Duty.
Now I gotta walk all the way down the digital street to a new digital store to buy this. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I don't know.
Green Man Gaming, I tried to buy a game from them once, and they...
It didn't go well for you, I know that.
Because of that, it's a European site, or a Russian site or something. It's not in America.
Well, I was reading...
We are in America.
I was reading comments on... This was posted a bunch of places, so I was reading comments, and people were like, maybe Activision just hates how Green Man Gaming gives away coupons for making all their games really cheap. It's like, Activision probably has control over, like, who's giving it... They sell it at a certain price, and they don't give a shit what Green Man Gaming sells it for.
Yeah, it's not like those sales go back to Activision.
Yeah, Green Man Gaming bought the keys, and then they have a suggested retail price, but they can sell it for however they want. They just have to get rid of those keys. Activision doesn't care.
People don't know how retail works.
Yeah.
Oh, people were wrong on the internet. I'm shocked.
Yep.
So it's weird.
So shop somewhere else, folks, because Green Man Gaming won't have Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, in the chat, you should use your local mom and pop's digital retailer anyway. I like that a lot. Head on down to Mammy and Pappy's videogamesforcheaps.com. So, on the flip side of things that won't be sold, things that will be sold. New Xbox One bundles have been announced. The holidays are coming faster than you expected, and if you are interested in buying an Xbox One, now is your time to start planning it out. In a partnership with Ubisoft, Xbox has announced 2 bundles for the Xbox One. I'm holding up 2 sets of 2, but 2 bundles for the Xbox One.
Do you realize, before you announce this, do you realize that most games from, I think, this point on are going to have 2 bundles?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I just wanted to preface that
Yeah.
And anyone who works in retail and listens to our show, I want them to understand the two different SKUs. Yeah.
For now.
Okay.
With possible increases.
Carry on.
Yeah. So, details on them. They will come with 2 games. It'll be the Xbox One and the Kinect, or not the Kinect. Those are the 2 different versions of it. It'll come with Assassin's Creed Unity, and as well as the Assassin's Creed like regular or Black Flag. That's what it is, not regular.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So you get those 2 games.
Assassin's Creed Vanilla.
Yeah. Burning Assassin. The Xbox One without the Kinect costs $399 United States dollars. The Xbox with the Kinect costs $499 US dollars.
I mean, it's a good deal if you like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, if you're gonna get those
2 free games.
It's Black Flag came out as a launch title. Unity is obviously going to be leaps and bounds ahead of it. Leaps and bounds ahead of it. So if you plan on getting that game, you don't have an Xbox One, and you want it on the Xbox One as opposed to the platform you do own, this is the way to go.
Yeah.
No question.
I mean, 2 free games with your console is never a bad sign. Even if you're like, oh, I really want an Xbox One and I want 2 games that I can immediately trade in.
Actually, I think they are going to be digital downloads. So.
Are they really? That sucks.
I believe.
Well, you can't trade them in, so.
Can't trade them in.
If
you might be able to sell them on the internet, though.
Yeah. You know, I heard a rumor the other day that GameStop is trying to figure out a way to do used digital content.
That doesn't even make sense.
I'm aware, but I've heard other
comes
sites
to my house and deletes it.
I've heard other sites talking about it.
I
would be just something to think about.
I would be very interested in how that's going to work.
Yeah, I'd love to see how trades work for that. But I heard. Okay, I'll tell you. I heard it on IGN's PlayStation podcast.
Oh,
and they were no, but they also are very confused about it. But have
that's because they made it up.
Maybe it got us talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that would work, but I mean, that was what Microsoft wanted to do in the first place with the Xbox One.
Right.
So I'll be totally honest. If that ends up being a thing, I'm gonna be mad that all those things got taken out of the Xbox One because it did diminish the Xbox One experience.
I mean, we could talk about that for hours because I don't think I'm diminished. But we don't have time to do that. We have 2 brand new segments.
Everything's in 2s today.
Yeah, everything is in 2s. So you already know about Head to Head. That's coming up soon. But we have a new segment that we haven't talked about, and that segment is called... You're already excited. That segment is FrameLoss. What FrameLoss is we talk about games that are dropping frames.
This is the worst segment.
See, yeah, but I got to make this graphic, and this graphic is the best.
Oh my god.
This segment came to fruition while I was playing Alien Isolation, and every cutscene that I experienced was dropping massive frames.
You were losing them.
I was losing frames left and right. I'm going to start a video right now, because even in this video you can see little dips and bobs. From what I know,
I'm Samuel.
this is affecting the PS4 copy. I haven't heard anyone talking about it on any other console.
Xbox wins.
But, well, to be fair, I don't know anyone who has it on the Xbox. All the people I know who have it on the PS4 all are experiencing just little frame dips and stuff, specifically in the cutscenes. And that is mind-boggling to me.
2014.
You can definitely see it in this video, like it stutters as it's like panning. Like, I don't know, man.
I'm 40 seconds behind, but that guy talking in the scene everyone already watched was like very clear. He was just like, ugh.
Yeah, like it's very stuttery. Sometimes it gets really bad.
It ranges from bad to awful.
Yeah, like I don't get it, especially in a cutscene.
Especially on a PS4. That thing is insanely powerful.
Yeah,
you're telling me that it can't compute what's happening in a cutscene?
Well, there's a lot of buffering going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to do this segment really quick to just bring up that issue I've been having with Alien Isolation. Besides that, I think the game is fantastic. I think the sound design is second to none. Playing that with the 7.1 headphones on, like in the pitch black, that game is it's beautiful.
So one of the cool things I like about Alien Isolation, I don't know if a lot of people know about this or not, but it actually can use the microphone from the console, if you have the camera, to register. So if you are playing the game, the microphone will pick up noises that you're making, and that will attract the alien.
Yeah, I would not recommend that for your first playthrough.
No, you'll definitely get killed, because you'll go, the first time, and then you'll die.
Yeah.
But
so that's FrameLoss presents FrameLoss. I hope you guys enjoy this new segment.
God.
I hope we don't bring this segment back.
Yeah, I hope that segment never returns for various reasons.
But the graphic is there, and
just in case.
Yeah, just in case we have to return to FrameLoss presents
Break
FrameLoss.
glass in case of dropped frames.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So you're taking command on this next one.
Yeah, I am. So we talked about it last week. Now it's finally time. Head-to-head, Forza Horizon 2 and Driveclub, the two highly anticipated racing games, one for the Xbox One, one for the PS4, both came out within 2 weeks of each other. I played them both. I'm going to tell you why one is awesome and why one is not awesome.
I also played both of them, so I'll be chiming in on various things that I liked and disliked about each one. So let's bring on that graphic.
This is a good one. I'm proud of this graphic. So, first up, really basic stuff. Forza Horizon 2 has 210 cars in the game. Driveclub has 50 cars in the game. So if you want to play a game that has a ton of cars, bing, Forza Horizon 2. That's your way to go. I'll touch on why Driveclub only has 50 games in a minute, or 50 cars in a minute. As for tracks, Forza Horizon 2 is an open world, so there's no racetracks in it as there was in like Forza 5. What there are events that take you around the map in various configurations, either point to point or like lapping or off-road stuff. And there's 168 different championships in the game. Championships include 2, 3, 4 races each. So that's a ton of content as far as just races go. Driveclub, there's 5 locations in the game. Each of those locations has 11 different racing variations. So you don't go on the whole track in any of them, but that track can be played 11 different ways. It's like half forward and half reverse. I know half doesn't make sense because it's 11 variations, but I don't remember exactly what it's 5 are forward, 5 are reverse, and 1 is something else. I don't remember what.
Maybe mirrored?
I don't know. I don't remember. But I don't remember. I mean, I don't know actually. So
okay, I'll wait till we get to gameplay on both of these before we.
So Driveclub, it wanted to be so it has 50 cars for a very specific reason, and that reason is they wanted to do the absolute best job they could in terms of modeling these cars, showing these cars, giving you the experience of how these cars look and sound and act. The problem with that is that it's not a sim game at all. It doesn't play like a sim game. It doesn't want to be a sim game.
I just want to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
It wants to half be a sim game.
Yeah.
It's like the driving and everything is very arcadey, but like the cars and the no custom, all of that is very like GTA, where like you can make little minor, not GTA, GT.
Gran Turismo. Yeah.
You can make minor tweaks to like tuning and stuff, but there's really no like customization really.
Yeah, the amount of things you can do to your car versus how that actually affects the game is
minuscule.
It's not to scale.
Each car has like maybe like 10 to 20 top like different decals you can put on the car and change the color, but there's really no customization in the game.
Yeah. In addition to the modeling, each car is like 2.4 million pixels or something that it's made out of. To get like the sounds, they put like 16 mics on each car that they have in the game and like drove it around to get the accurate representation of how the car sounds. They used like computer data from the manufacturers to make how the car drives, and then immediately turned around and basically disregarded it. In addition to that, they the scenery, the environments that you drive in are unbelievably detailed. I didn't know a lot of this stuff. I'm going to give you a few points real quick. I didn't know some of this stuff. I read it, and it's just like next level. They use NASA data to accurately map out the sky when you're driving at night. So no matter where you are in the world, as far as that racetrack is concerned, you will have accurate constellations and accurate like stars. That's ridiculous.
And it's really upsetting to me because all that data is like for naught, because the core gameplay is, it doesn't know what it wants to be.
Yeah.
So it's just a mash of just like ideas that are like, these don't fit together at all.
Yeah,
for such a beautiful world.
It doesn't give you what you want out of a racing sim, and it doesn't give you what you want out of like an arcade racing game. It pulls itself at both ends, and you get this thin. It doesn't know where it sits in the scheme of things game, and it's really upsetting because if they had gone one way or the other, it would have been a much better game. But they chose to kind of try to reach both ends of this, and really, I don't want to say they failed on both, but it certainly isn't what it could have been.
Yeah.
It isn't what it should have been, is a better way. So,
yeah.
Conversely to that, Forza Horizon 2 is intended to be more arcadey than the Forza series.
Oh, it's very arcadey.
Forza Horizon was super, I don't want to say super arcadey, but it was definitely arcade compared to Forza 4. Forza Horizon 2 is definitely arcadey compared to Forza 5. It's more realistic than the original Forza Horizon in the sense that your tunings matter more, the cars handle more realistically. Obviously, there's off-road races. You can drive a BMW around in a field. In real life, you wouldn't be able to do that. It would just all over the place. So it's not unrivaled realism from the game, but it's not intended to be that. They give you just enough control over your cars to make you feel like the changes you make matter, while still preserving the arcade level fun and feel of I want to go back, not because they're different games. Forza, the regular Forza series is for car heads and people who love tuning. You want to go back because you want to get a tenth of a second faster and a tenth of a second faster. Forza Horizon, you want to go back because it's fun. You want to go back because the races are crazy. You're having a really good time playing the races. You love the scenery. You want to go back for more as opposed to getting better. There's tons of events and collectibles. The world's 3 times as large as it was in Forza Horizon.
See, now that fact right there is shocking to me because I didn't play Horizon 1, but the world seems crazy small to me.
Well, so I'll say in Forza Horizon 1, it was just Colorado. It wasn't all of Colorado, but it was like half, I think. You could get like Hoover Dam, you could drive through the mountains a little bit, but it was relatively small. Forza Horizon 2, you go from like northern or southern France, no, not southern France, northern France to like southern Italy, basically. It's like this half of each.
Now,
it's
huge. When I say crazy small too, like the game's not small, but I feel like Burnout Paradise, which came out in 2007, is way bigger.
No way.
In size to this game.
No way. Burnout Paradise, awesome game, don't get me wrong, but you could get from one end of that map to the other in like 5 minutes.
I feel like you can definitely do that in this game.
No, I don't think
we'll have to test it.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. I'll do like a road trip. I'll stream it or something, and I'll just drive from one end to the other. I think it's bigger than you're giving it credit for. I think that's a kind of what I was saying, where it's like so much fun that you don't realize how long you're playing. You feel like it happened really quickly because you're swooping around corners and dinking and dunking and doing speed traps and doing point-to-point things, and it engages you and brings you in. You don't notice how much time you're spending in the game. There's tons of collectibles. There's these things called barn finds where you have to go out into the world and find. They give you a small location and you have to find a barn in that location that houses a classic car. You get that car for free.
But only when the game triggers you to do it. Like, you can't go online and find all the barn locations. Or, like, if you're out driving around in the world and you stumble across one of these, if you haven't triggered that barn location in the game, even though you're there where the thing is, you won't get it.
Right.
Which I didn't like that.
I don't love it. I like it in terms of the map's so huge that it's really not realistic to not trigger them, and point you out where to go. I don't know the logic behind why they didn't let you just unlock them as you go. I don't know if they're overpowered or what, but there's also things called a bucket list challenge where you get to drive crazy cool cars and do like all kind. The first one I did was like you have to drive a Ferrari like minimum speed of 85 miles an hour from like point A to point B, and it's like minimum average speed. So like realistically, you have to be going like 120 to make up for corners that you're taking and stuff. It's just fast driving in tight corners, and it's something that it doesn't sound like a lot for a racing game, but it reflects the idea of like a car bucket list very well, because that's something that a lot of people who like cars would want to do.
So the point of the head-to-head segment that we came up with was two racing games, one for the Xbox One exclusive, one for the PS4 exclusive, and the point was to really dissect and like figure out which one was better, like over the other one, and this happened insanely quick, specifically for this section, because of how much I didn't want to play Driveclub.
This happened night one for me. Night one of playing Driveclub.
Yeah, like I thought there was gonna be a debate. I thought we were gonna be like, well, here's a check in this department, here's a check in this department. But
I was so excited for Driveclub. That was why I originally pre-ordered a PS4. They pushed it back, so I canceled my pre-order. Driveclub was the game that I was specifically buying it for, and I'm literally like, I'm blown at how big of a bullet I dodged.
The fact that it was delayed a year.
Yeah, like for what? What could they possibly have added in that year? What is that when they added the realistic weather animations and stuff? Like those are cool.
I'll give it to them. Now what the game does that I really like is time is sped up in the game. So when you're driving on a course, day and night cycle really fast to give you like a variety while you're on the course. And while that sounds really lame, like it's tricking you into thinking the course is different, it actually is awesome, and the weather and stuff looks phenomenal in this game. Visually, Driveclub is leagues above Forza.
Yeah, again, like I said, it's like 2.4 million pixels per car. They went to each location in the game geographically and spent like a ton of time mapping out the areas and doing their research and just really getting the areas to feel like where they are, to the point where like if you're in northern Canada, you can actually see Aurora Borealis. You can see the northern lights. They do things like the wind speed and stuff in the game is totally irrelevant to you driving the car, but it affects how like waves form in the water, and it affects the like cloud movement in the sky, and it's you never get the same stuff twice. It's a ton of realistic stuff that just goes to waste.
And I know we've spent most of this head-to-head just crapping all over Driveclub, but
I wish there was something else to do.
Here's my gripe. One of my major gripes with Forza. Because it's an arcadey racer, I want damage. We talked about Burnout Paradise for a split second. I want to hit something and feel like I actually hit it. In Forza, you hit something and you're just like, boop, and like you kind of just bounce off and it just stops your car. I want to hit something and I want the crunch. I want damage done to my car.
I drove full speed into a building and like drove
Your
away.
windshield gets cracked, but it doesn't even break. It just gets cracked slightly.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a remnant of the Gran Turismo age when they weren't like allowed to do damage modeling, or what. I don't know if there's like an agreement, but it does.
Well, no, this is Forza.
No, I know. I'm saying I don't know if like they have some agreement with the manufacturers or something.
I don't know.
They won't destroy the cars; they'll just scratch them up. But
I want damage. I don't care if it's realistic or not. I just want damage.
Yeah.
That's my gripe. My biggest plus for Forza is the spin to win minigame. I can't tell people enough about how awesome that game is. We're gonna go a little late because we had the head-to-head.
A few minutes.
But the spin to win, every time you level up, you get a spin to win wheel that just spins, and you either get credits or a new car. And every game ever from this point on, when you level, there should be a spin to win wheel, and it just gives you an in-game item.
The fact that this isn't something that like the fact that like Borderlands doesn't do this or something is shocking.
Yeah,
because it's so good, and it makes you want to level because you're like, well, like I'm super close to this level, like then I get to spin.
There have been times where I'll get like 3,000 credits and be like, oh, what a waste of a level. But
Yep.
then, like, the next level, I'll spin the wheel and I'll get, like, a $196,000 car. And I'm like, just boom!
Yep, made up for it.
Motivation restored.
And I will say, since we cleared going over, I have one chance to point out just one thing I really, really liked about Forza. When you get a new car, not only can you select what paint job, what paint colors you want and stuff, but it actually recommends you top, like, high-rated.
Well, it did that in Forza
liveries.
5, too.
Okay, I didn't play enough Forza 5.
Yeah, it did that in Forza 5, too.
So it recommends you, like, top-rated liveries to get in, like, instead of the
I'm
basic.
gonna throw up my cool graphic now. Guys,
If you couldn't tell how we felt, then
yeah, if you couldn't
This
tell
is
how
the answer,
this
but-
graphic will show you. But guys, if you have both consoles, Forza is the
You
way to
only
go.
need one of the games.
If you're buying a console based on a racing game, the Driveclub is not the game.
Get Forza.
Driveclub is not the game for you. If you're dead set on getting a PS4, The Crew is coming out, and we will have a review on that when it comes out. But the point of this was they both came out a week apart from each other. They were console exclusives, and Xbox definitely won this round.
2 words: Xbox wins.
This round. I can't wait for another head-to-head because I think this could be a really cool segment.
I agree.
But yeah, right now, Xbox killed it.
I
with
will
Forza
go back
Horizon.
to Driveclub in a couple months after they've patched it and
To give you an
done a lot
idea,
of work on it. But
Forza,
man, I'm not excited.
Forza, I couldn't put down. Like, I was just playing that all weekend. Driveclub, I was playing, and I was just trying to find a reason to keep playing. That wasn't to have more things to talk about in the show about it.
Forza, I couldn't put down. Driveclub, I couldn't pick up.
Yep.
That's what it is. Kyle, what game should everyone play?
Yeah, so every show we end with a game you should play, and some shows we are not prepared at all for this segment, and other shows like tonight we are prepared for it, and my game that everyone should play is Death Spank. Death Spank came out...
Oh my god.
Did you play it?
No.
You have... So you're putting your face down, you have no idea what's going on.
Look at the name. All right, tell me about it. Tell me about
Death
it.
Spank is a funny action role-playing game where you play as the legendary Death Spank, and you're
my God.
searching for the lost artifact.
Is it like a paddle? Is that what the lost artifact is?
No, I'm not gonna. You're gonna hate it if I tell you what it is. So I'm not gonna tell you. 'cause
No,
I
what
want
is
you-
it? Tell me
no,
what it is.
No, I own it, so you're gonna play it.
I'm not. I refuse.
Do you like comedy games?
Yeah.
This is chock full of comedy.
We'll see.
I'm just gonna play this little. Look at from the creator of the funniest Pirate Island monkey game.
All right. That is fair.
Yeah,
All right. Maybe.
it's very Diablo-esque. Like you're walking around like just looting everything, but it's not as deep as Diablo.
Yeah.
And it's super funny. The game has 2 sequels, and they're also really good. It's $14.99 on Steam. It's totally worth it. I have it on PS3, and I think
Yeah, I'll probably give this a shot.
I definitely think you should play it. It's so fun. Death
We'll see.
Spank.
We'll see. Tune in next week to find out if I was open-minded or not.
Yeah, I want you to be open because of how fast you put your face down in shame
Yeah.
from the title.
I think I owe it to the game
Yeah.
at least.
Guess what the second game's called? Thongs of Virtue.
Oh my Christ.
You're definitely playing this game.
Oh god.
When this game came out in like 2009, I think. I could not put this game down. I played.
I'm not
just-
surprised.
I 100%ed the first and the second one, and then I got the third one on Steam. But all 3 games are on Steam, so you should definitely check it out. It's
All right.
awesome.
That's the game everyone should be playing this week.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Do I have our email still? Bam! I do have the email.
Pow.
Guys, that's the show. We went a bit late this week, but that's because we wanted to bring you the sweetest of segments.
It was worth it.
It was worth it. We're here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST.
8 p.m. Eastern each and every Wednesday.
Uh,
Coming next week, we will do a review of.
well, you're just gonna throw out a review?
I forget. I planned it out. but
I'm
I
not
don't
ready
remember
for
which one it
anything,
is.
so I don't know what you're throwing out.
Christ.
NBA?
No.
I have no
We'll
idea.
do a review. I don't remember what it is, so you'll have to tune in to find out. I had a game picked out for the review. We just couldn't review
Guys,
it.
I
this
have
week.
nothing, so I don't know what he's talking about.
We just couldn't review it this week because we were doing Forza and Driveclub. But
We also have a super secret thing that I shouldn't have
Yeah,
even
yeah,
just
that-
said out loud, but it's
hopefully-
coming.
hopefully next week we'll have that. I plan on having it next week. You know what? That's it. I make commitments for everyone else. I'm going to prove that I have the authority to do that by saying next week I will have the super secret thing
he's
ready.
Stepping up.
It will be good to go. It will be live. People will be able to look at it and go, "Oh my god!" So get hyped for that.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
I'm 2 inches.
I'm from CJ.
See you next week.
Peace.
The outro actually played when I clicked it, and then it stopped. What the hell? No, now it's stopping.
Son of a bitch.
I hate outros so much. Why is it only the outro?